Robinhood comes clean. I did a did a show on this a couple weeks ago, and how investors are losing their shirts and how they go about losing their shirts and how the game is played. And I couldn't believe it. And actually, I kind of respect it. I do. I kind of respect the fact that they're actually coming clean on exactly who they are, how they make their money, and what they do. Yeah. Vlad Tenev, again, doing an interview and talking about his business in the Wall Street Journal. Traders are flooding markets with risky bets. Robinhood CEO is their cult hero. And it talk about how Robinhood held some sort of a get-together conference out in Las Vegas, and Vlad comes out on stage. He's wearing an F1 suit and fancy sneakers, and everyone's going crazy, and they're cheering for him. And I was thinking about it, and I said, do you think they ever see gamblers? And again, it's fascinating. You ever see gamblers like cheer on the owner of the casino? You look at, was it the Ocean's 11 movies? The casino owners are portrayed as the bad guys, right? But the reality of the situation, you see people go to casinos and cheering on the owners, but that's what these people were doing. And he basically telling them is comparing Robinhood to having an F1, a Formula One race car. That's the type of things that they are doing. And he talks about the fact, and he actually admits now that we are introducing various different asset classes and capabilities to people. That's what they want. Later on in the article, we're giving the people what they want. And I heard that. I've heard that before. I've heard drug dealers being interviewed on programs. I'm like, what are you getting mad at me for? I'm giving people what they want. I also heard this from an attorney who was representing some of the boiler room operators. This is way back in the 1990s, at a bar, and, argument with them. He's like, basically telling me, who are you to determine what a good investment is or bad? How do you know how this thing is going to turn out? You could be wrong. We are providing people something that they want. And that's I get thinking about it again. There's that scene in The Big Short, and the lady from Goldman Sachs is like, hey, we're Wall Street. Okay, we're here to sell stuff. If you want to buy it, we're going to sell it to you. And I've never had that philosophy. I think that, and these guys are not fiduciaries. Okay, they're not. They're a casino. That's basically what they are. We didn't get involved into any of this, and again, approached back in the day, and I'm like, no, people are just going to lose their shirts. They're just going to do the wrong thing. All of these various different tools and things that you're giving them, people don't know how to use them. Human nature is going to get in the way. It's what's happening. And again, they did this column. It was interesting. It was before the market corrected over the past couple of weeks and wiped out so many people. But they freely admit now what I've been telling you. And again, I kind of respect the fact that they're being honest now, and they're saying, yeah, we make most of our money. We cater to the day traders and the people out there that want to buy all of these, for lack of a better phrase, really funky and highly speculative, and I'm using air quotes, asset classes. They're going to lose. And they know that. Again, I can only present this, one way to people. It's just not about, this has nothing to do with building wealth. This is, again, looking for shortcuts, get rich quick. Again, and Robinhood's not giving out free beer like the casino is giving out free beer. It's interesting too. And I didn't even think about it at the time. Robinhood is now in the S&P 500. You want to know what it replaced in the S&P 500? Caesars. I kid you not. WatchDog on Wall Street.com.